Hey friend. So, the time has come. Now we are starting a new challenge. For those of you who have no idea who I am or anything, but my name is Portia. I do these videos called Stitch Talk. Pretty much every Friday I try to, and we end up talking about something stitching related. I end up doing something like describing a certain technique or talking about extreme cross country, or we just stitch together. Lately, it's just been stitching together because you get to like a certain point where you can't really, there's not much else to say. So, hey Samantha, hey guys. So somebody else hopped on too. Hey Stacy. So I have been running these challenges for the past couple of hey Nikki months really. I've been doing we did like 100 days of Heaven Earth Design actually last year. That one was rough, but we're doing it again, but there's prizes and it's completely different. Hey Laura, hey April. And then we just are finishing a 60-day. I don't know, I can't remember all of them. Hey Susan. Anyway, so I'm so excited about this. I wrote everything out earlier this morning, and I had somebody else who's actually going to be adminning the group to help me make sure that everything made sense. For the most part, it made sense. Hey, Danielle. So we'll have to see kind of I believe I said your name wrong. Danelle. Sorry about that. So I'm excited. Let me get started. So this challenge is actually going to be taking place in the Stitch Talk group. I have been given permission to post about it since it was like a fit and stitch group, like fitness and stitching related, but we canned that idea. Not that many people were interested. Y'all know how fitness and weight loss goes. Hot mess. Anyway, so I ended up just making it a Stitch Talk group in there. And so that's where we hold all the challenges. I'll post a link below in a little bit. If you're already in the group and you want to run over there and post a link or whatever, or if you want to grab the link to the group and post it, that would be awesome too. I'll end up adding it to the title. Anyway, so the challenge is actually going to be 100 full days. The official start date is going to be Monday. I said the wrong day. Hold on. It is a Monday. So it's going to be Monday, July 2nd. And hey, Sandra, it's going to start right at midnight. Now, this is a more extensive challenge. It's a lot different than any challenge I've ever done before, but I got this idea and I was like, let's do it and let's see how it goes. So, hey, Angie. So, the challenge is going to be focusing on doing at least one stitch every single day for 100 days. Here are the requirements. And I'm literally reading off what I wrote. This will be posted in the group. There's a bunch of stuff I'll be posting in the Stitch Talk group, so you just have to stay tuned. Hey, Tammy. We got a lot of people on here. Hey, guys. Holla. Do we have any Coloradoans? Is that a thing? I don't know. If you're from Colorado, say hey. If you're in Denver, definitely say hey, because I'd love to have stitching friends. Anyway, hey, Marlies. So, first deal. You're going to choose any Heaven and Earth design. You may choose to stitch on one Heaven and Earth design for the full 100 days, or two Heaven and Earth designs for 50 days each, or four for 25 days each. You cannot do three. I'm sorry. You just either have to do two or add another one. Y'all love to be starting them whips. Okay. Can I get an amen? Hey, Christy. So it's all good. So you can't do three because it doesn't divide evenly into 100. Again, keep in mind that this challenge does focus on consistency. You want to make it a goal to stitch even one stitch a day. I mean, just pop over to your cross stitch and just do a quick stitch, and you can be, hey, we got some Lakewood up in here. Holla. Lakewood is not too far. We could definitely hang out sometime. Anyway, so you want to stitch at least one stitch per day. Good morning, Karen. Hey, Laura. Laura says amen. Yes, girl, yes. Hey, Lisa. Okay, so this is very different. So stay tuned. Hang on with me. Ask questions at the end. I'll have time for questions. There will be a thread for days 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Now, on those days, what you're going to do, there's going to be a specific thread that you post on. You're going to post a progress pic. You're going to post from the starting point up until that certain day. So that means 2 pics. So if we're on day 50 and we're like, oh, time to post, you're going to post from day 1 all the way, hey Cindy, hey Karen, all the way to day 50. 2 pictures. What your day 1 looks like, what your day 50 looks like, okay? Now, here's the dealio. We're going to have a drawing, and this is the fun part. So Shannon Stone has been so awesome that she is donating her own funds to be able to rock someone who completes all 100 days. Sorry if you hear that noise. It's my fridge. It's broken. My husband doesn't come home yet, so he's going to have to fix it. And so if you hear that noise and it's annoying, I'm sorry. I can't make it stop. The fridge is like messed up. Anyway, so Shannon Stone has actually agreed to fund a drawing for the end of the 100 days, and it gets better. So there's actually going to be 2 drawings. So what's going to happen is when you post on the day 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on, you have to post on that thread to be entered in the drawing. So each day that you post, either day 10, 20, 30, well, you need to post straight through, you're going to receive 1 entry into the drawing to win a rock from me. So I'm also offering my own funds to be able to give somebody a rock. So your first goal really should be, let me do at least the first 10 days. If you do even just the first 10 days and you fall off the wagon and it's a hot mess, which it happens, then you end up at least getting 1 entry. So if you end up posting days 10 through 50 on the certain little threads that I have going, that means you made 5 posts of your 2 pictures. Sorry if this is confusing. I'll make more things to clarify, but it's going to be pretty straightforward when you get in the group and you see all the list and everything. Anyway, so if let's say we're on day 50. If you were on day 50 and you posted in the day 10, 20, 30, and 40 threads, you are going to get 5 entries counting day 50. You're going to get 5 entries into the drawing for me. The only way you get entered in the drawing for Shannon is you have to complete day 1 all the way through day 100. And then you get a chance to win a rock from her. But you at least can post on the not 10 by 10, but every 10 days or whatever. Then you get that chance to win a rock, which is pretty cool. And I think it'll hopefully keep people motivated. I don't know. We'll see. So even if you don't finish all 100 days, if you at least do 10 days straight in the beginning, you have a chance to win a prize. And you never know. I've had people who like barely participated in a group and they got entered in a drawing and they ended up winning. And I'm like, well, you know, the odds are ever in your favor. You know, like who knows? You never know. It's just a game of chance. So drawings, hold on, I think I had a typo here. Drawings must be submitted on the date by, oh, I need to change this. Hold on. A rock, sorry, that's R-A-K, meaning a random act of kindness, meaning something from your wish list. I'm sorry, I should say that. I'll clarify that. Okay, so yeah, if you're confused and you're like, what's a rock? It means random act of kindness, or it means you get something from your wish list, basically. So no worries. Thank you guys for helping out with that. Okay, so you end up getting something from your wish list, possibly. You get entered in a drawing. I'm sure I shouldn't say rock, but that's what I think of in my head. Anyway, so your picture must be submitted on that date. So let's say it's on day 10. You have until midnight Mountain Standard Time. I'm finally doing things in my new time zone, guys. You got to bear with me. Thank you. Okay. You must have submitted that picture in that particular thread, like day 10 thread. You need to submit that picture chart only. What do you mean, Sandra? Your picture is going to be of like your actual stitching, like what you've done. Hopefully that makes sense. So you're going to submit that picture by midnight MST time for whatever date it is. Day 10, 20, 30, whatever. Each thread is going to reiterate this, so you don't have to worry. It's going to be like a broken record. You're going to hear again and again how to do this, okay? So like I said before, you complete all 100 days. You'll be entered in a drawing to win or something on your chart. Oh, you said chart only. Yes, a chart. That's what you meant. You get to be entered in a drawing to win a chart from Shannon Stone. Like I said, she offered her funds. How cool. Anyway, so for that means you have to have consistently posted pics on day 10, 20, 30, etc. Eastern time zone, Sandra, is 2 hours ahead of me. So Eastern time zone, it's 8:10 there. Right now, it's 6:10 for me. Hope that makes sense for you. Okay, the next thing, if you end up missing days, that's fine. I still want you to do the challenge and post on the day 100 thread. However, keep in mind that only the posts on day 10, 20, 30, 40, etc., those are going to be counted for the challenge. If you have stitched consistently until that day. So, you guys are answering questions. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. So after the first 10 days of the challenge, which means after the first 10 days, which is going to be after July 11th, after July 11th of the challenge, only consistent posts on the day 10, 20, etc. threads will be counted. So that means if you only post on day 10, meaning if you post on day 10 and 20, but not again until day 60, you will only be entered in twice into the drawing because that was the consistent posting. Remember, this is about consistency. Nope, Samantha, you do not have to post daily to enter into the 100-day rock drawing. You only need to post on those days that I told you. So day 10, 20, 30, 40 in the particular threads, which it'll be all outlined. But that is a good question. Yeah, you absolutely have to post on, yep, Sandra's got it. Get it, girl? Yep. Every 10 days on the certain threads. Now, hey, Latha, thanks for hopping on. Let me get to my next point. Okay, so the challenge runs from July 2nd all the way to October 9th. Oh, it is. Karen, you just asked that and I told you. Yep. So it's going to start July 2nd at midnight and then it's going to end October 9th at midnight. This is all Mountain Standard Time. So keep that in mind. Now, to officially participate when this is posted in the Stitch Talk group, you're going to, there's going to be a sign up thread. I'll talk about all this in a second. There's going to be a sign up thread where you post your email. And then sign up is actually going to be open on June 26th. And then you're going to have June 26th at midnight, Mountain Time, all the way until July 1st at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time to be able to post your email for the sign-up thread. And the reason for the email, for some of you who are like, oh my gosh, I don't want you to have my email, which I totally understand. There's privacy, whatever. The reason for the email is because we need to be able to figure out who's, what's it called? Whose wish list to access and all of that. And no, Amanda, it does not have to be a new start. That's a good question. Let me write this in here. She's hold on. I'm glad you guys are answering questions so I can write this in here. It does not have to be a new start. Yeah, you don't have to do a new start. It's okay. Did we start on your July 2nd or ours? As we are a day ahead. That's good. So I'm making this all at the same time. So it's going to be Mountain Standard Time. What if we finish during the 100 days? If you finish during the 100 days, I'm going to copy all these questions and put them on an FAQ thread. Thank you, guys. If you finish during the 100 days, just start a new project. It's not a big deal. It's okay. If that happens, then that's totally fine. Just grab another whip or start a new project. I know we all love new starts. So just do that. What did I say? Okay, yeah. So there's a sign up time between June 26th to July 1st. That's your time to sign up. And I will put the times and all that. Now, you will take a photo of your starting point and post it in a day 0 thread. So I am going to have a day 0 thread. And that's just going to be probably... Hold on. Did I think that part out? Okay, so day 0 thread, you're going to be able to post starting on June 20. Basically, the day 0 thread is going to be up the same time during registration. So you want to make sure that you post on the day 0 thread. And I need to add that in here. Hold on one moment. Awesome, Laura. Get that SK, girl. Sorry, guys. I need to update this real quick. Well, I know what I'm talking about. So you have until June 26th to July 1st to post on day 0 thread. Midnight MST time. Okay, so if you are doing more than one chart and you don't have the materials yet, and you want to post on the day 0 thread, that's fine. You just post the name of the other charts that you're going to be doing, and you let us know, hey, I don't have the materials yet. That's fine. If you're doing like 4 charts and you're like, oh, let me order today, and it's not back by day 1, that's totally okay. You just gotta you'll just start whenever you get that. Obviously, you start on day 1 with what the first chart that you're working on, but then if you want to do 4 and stuff isn't in yet, then it needs to be in by the 25th day so you can start on the next one. So our first picture doesn't have to be taken on July 1st or 2nd. First picture doesn't have to be taken on July 1st or 2nd. Hold on. Amanda, you can stitch on whatever you want as long as it's a Heaven Earth design. I don't care. That is okay. That's true, Anne. That makes a good point. I'm going to change this now. Thank you. I'm glad that we're having this conversation right here. It's helping a sister out. Okay, so actually the day 0, like I said, I'm going to write all this out in the actual group, so no worries. I'm changing some things as we go here. The day 0 will actually just be due on, it'll be the day before, so it'll be July 1st. Post on, hey Araceli, July 1st. Okay, so post on July 1st by, hold on, 11:59 p.m. MST time. Okay, I fixed that. Thank you. I'm glad somebody mentioned that. I wasn't thinking. This is why I'm having this conversation. Anyway, you are of course able to use any technique to stitch that you would like, whether it's tinting, parking, extreme cross country. I mean, there's a bajillion different things you can do. I don't care. Do you, boo? Do you? Okay. Then I also said that tinting is allowed. I'm tinting. Why would I not allow that? That's totally fine. It's not a big deal. It's just tinting that goes along with a technique that you would use. There will be an FAQ based on the questions that you guys are asking right now. And when I post this actual like thread of like all the guidelines of the challenge, you need to just ask questions on that thread that I post, because I'm going to use that post to be able to make the FAQ. So I'm really trying to model this like the Heaven Earth Design challenges normally are. So except obviously it's a little bit different. So there's going to be links to threads when I post this, once I get everything posted. So you kind of have to stay tuned. I'm getting everything going. So the links to the threads I'm going to post. So there's going to be a sign up thread. There's going to be a day 0. And then for every 10 days, there's going to be a thread as well. So you can post on the appropriate chart. And I will actually schedule posts ahead of time. I'm going to actually make like a post every 10 days in the group and be like, hey, it's day 10. Make sure you post on the page. And then I'm going to put like a little link. So I'll make those posts in advance to make sure those are posted just as little reminders. Okay. All right. I will take questions now. That is it in a nutshell, guys. I really hope that made sense. I know there was a lot of information, but I literally have all this written down. And I'm going to copy it over into the other group. And I'm going to have you guys ask your questions. We post 2 pictures day 1 and day 10. On day 20, do we post day 1 and day 20 or day 10 and day 20? Good question, Tammy. So I mentioned this in the beginning. I think you got on after I mentioned this. So when it's day 20, you're going to post the picture from day 1 all the way to day 20. When it's day 60, you're going to post... Actually, no, that's not what I meant. So I want to see the time lapse between what I'm saying. So you're always going to have your day... Okay, hold on, Kimberly. I'll get there in a second. So, you want to make sure... Actually, it's going to be your day 0 picture. Let me fix this. See? It'll all be perfect when I, each day... Hold on. Yeah, from starting point, which means day 0. Day 0. Okay, so you're going to post your... day 0 pic. So let's say we're on day 70. On day 70 on that thread, you're going to post your day 0 picture, and then you're going to post your day 70 picture. and that's it. Okay, so obviously you'll have your day 0 picture already saved somewhere in your files, and then you just take a picture on day 70, and I want to see the time lapse. Okay, hopefully that made sense. Kimberly's asking, do you have a stitch every day or just some days during each of the 10-day sections? Hold on. Sorry. Okay, Kimberly's question first. So, yes, you need to stitch every single day because it is an every single day challenge. It's a consistency challenge. So there's no like skipping days or anything. Like I said, if you end up missing days, I don't want you to be like, oh my gosh, I missed days. It's okay. You want to at least get those first 10 days. I'm telling you, that's like the main goal. You keep stitching along. You can keep posting in the group. That's fine. Obviously, you just wouldn't post on the day 10 or 50 or whatever, because that will confuse me, and then that'll make it not fair for everyone to be the proper people to get into the drawing. So, yeah. So you're stitching every single day within those 10 days. It's not like, oh, I'm going to stitch these 20 days, or I'm going to stitch these 10 days, and I'm going to stitch these 10 days. No, it's 100 days of Heaven Earth Design, so it needs to be consistent. Okay, Laura asked, do we post all the projects on day 0? What do you mean by all of the projects? So what I had said is on day 0, if you're doing 4 projects, let's say, you're going to post, yeah, so that is a yes to answer your question. You're going to post all 4 projects on that day. Day 0 is a blank canvas. Day 0 is a blank canvas if you're doing a new start. If you're not doing a new start, obviously day 0 would not be a blank canvas. So I hope that makes sense. I will not be doing a new start, so my day 0 is going to have some stitching on it. So, yep, it depends on what you're doing. Or starting point on whip. Sandra, what do you mean? What do you mean starting point on whip? Yes, that's what you meant. Okay, you're saying what I'm saying. Yes, Sandra's got it. Yep. Karen, they will be on a separate group because I haven't been given any admin rights to run a challenge in the group. I would love to, but I'm not sure that, I mean, I've never been told that I could, nor have I ever asked. However, I'm not an admin, so I just have never asked. But yeah, I would be more than willing to run here. To run the group here, but I do have a separate group called Stitch Talk, and that's where I do all of my challenges. And I kind of keep it separate, honestly, because Heaven Earth Design, the company, has their own challenges that they do, and I want to keep that separate from my little side challenges that I do, which is different outside of what Heaven Earth Design does. So I know Heaven Earth Design challenges aren't so consistent. My challenges are pretty, hold on, I just read a question and I got confused. Okay, sorry. I want to make sure that you have some place to have a challenge when Heaven Earth Design isn't doing theirs, basically. Okay, so Kate's question is, I'm in Australia. Do I do my dates or your dates as we're ahead of you? You do my dates, and I know that may be very confusing, but I will make sure it's as clear as possible in the group. It's going to be Mountain Standard Time that I want you to go off of. Yeah, Kylie, I actually want you to do our dates. So, and I know that's confusing, but I've been in other challenges with people that are in all over the world, and it gets, well, I don't know, but I really want everybody to use the Mountain Standard Time. You just gotta kind of manipulate. It won't be too bad. So, sorry about that. Sandra's asking, 1 project for 100 days, 2 projects for, oh, she's saying, okay, 1 project for 100 days, that's correct. 2 projects for 50 days each, that's correct. 4 projects for 25 days each. Yes, Sandra, that is correct. Yeah, so Sandra, I can put, I can post a clock on the page. I will do that. I'll post one of those little thingies or a link or something. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Pin pose for MST clock. Yeah, Marlies, you want to choose something that you can start on July 2nd. July 2nd meaning July 2nd Mountain Standard Time is what I mean. Yeah, I'll definitely post that clock. Yeah, so it's technically a day later for you guys, Angie, but you just want to make sure that you follow Mountain Standard Time. And it's honestly really just for convenience for me because it's going to be a lot of work for me to keep track of this challenge. So I was hoping y'all can throw me a little bone, okay? It's going to be a lot of work. But Shannon will also be an admin, and she will also be answering questions or whatever. But I really want to get all questions answered before even the first registration date comes. So, yeah. So, and let me, can somebody, never mind. I have a computer. Give me a second, and I will post the link. Okay, so I'm going to post the link in about 2 seconds. I'm just going to the group page, and I'll grab the link, and I'll post it on this video. So you guys can join if you're not in, although I feel like most of you are already in the group. Hold on. Okay, I just posted it. Marlise is doing 4 whips. Woot woot. Okay, and it shows that I just posted. Okay, cool. So, that's basically it for the challenge. Like I said, I'm literally going to post all of this as soon as we get off because I need you guys to start asking questions so I can get those answered and address anything. I don't know about that. It's clickable on my computer, Kylie. I don't think you can click on it while I'm live. Yeah, Laura, it's a challenge for a reason. I know we all have stuff going on. It's going to be hard for me too, but because I am really bad at like sticking to challenges because something always happens, like my husband deploys and then I get depressed and I don't want to do anything and I just want to like lay down and be sad. Sad, but true story. So it's a struggle. I totally understand, but that will be cool for those of you who are at Heaven Earth Design Con. Okay, so it worked for somebody, so that's good. Cool. You guys, also, if you're going to request to be in the group, please answer the questions, because I have some creeps up in there that be trying to be in the group, so do me a solid and answer. Be sure that you answer the questions that you need to in order to be. There's like 3 or 4 questions, because I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Yep. All right, I'll stay on for like, I'll stay on for 2 minutes. I didn't think I was going to go this long. So, I'll stay on for 2 more minutes if anyone has questions. No questions, no answers, guys. I know I wasn't that clear. I usually have a million questions from you guys. Okay, no worries, Amy. I just posted the group link, so look above the comments a little bit, and it's right there. Alright, you guys have 2 minutes. Oh, I'm already getting a bunch of group requests. Let's make sure everybody answered the questions. Sorry, I need to change the name of that. I'm glad that... Hold on, I need to edit my group settings here because the questions talk about the last one. Thanks, guys. Oh, thanks, Stacy. I appreciate it. Keeps me busy. That is folk show. Okay, that's fine, Marlise. Yeah, Amy, it should be. For some people, they're able to click on it. I'm not sure what is going down. So, also I want to say, if you guys are, like, following my personal page, I hardly ever talk about cross-stitch. So, it's probably easier for you just to kind of see what's going on in the cross-stitch world if you join the group. But it's okay to follow me. That's cool. If I post something public, you'll see. Yep, Karen, they will be. They always are. I will post them as soon as we're done. And then you guys can ask a bajillion questions, which I want you to do before the challenge actually starts. I need to see what are people asking, what do I need to clarify, and I'll probably do like a bajillion clarifying videos. So just stay tuned. But yeah. Alright guys, it is 6:30 my time. That's true, Samantha. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I'm about to sign off here. And so you'll be able to see, hopefully be able to click on the link. So, alright guys, I hope you have an awesome weekend and get some stitching in and start planning for July 2nd. I'm really excited about this just because it's so different, and I'm excited to see who sticks around until day 100. It is my goal to make this happen. So, I'm going to be doing the challenge right alongside with you. I know most of the times I try to do that, but it just never happens. But I really don't have much going on. My husband is coming home on Monday, guys. Woo-woo! Party! Also, I would really appreciate your prayers because they have been postponing his return date. It's supposed to be this Saturday, then it was Sunday, and now it's Monday. So, I really need him to come home because it's been just too long. It hasn't really been that long, but it's like long. Like, it's painful. Anyway, okay. Goodbye. I'll see you over in the Stitch Talk group. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment them here. I'm going to go ahead and start the FAQ thread. And I will post all this information in the other group so you can read it as well. Alright, bye guys.